All right, so I am here. As you can see, Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up, the Great Pumpkin Experience. And they claim this is the biggest Halloween pop-up bar in the world. Well, at least in the United States. And you can see everywhere you go, it's pop-ups. I mean, it's not pop-ups, it's photo ops. And so we're gonna stroll through here real fast and see everything that's going on. And this is something that probably anyone in the haunted house industry could do. And by the time I'm done walking through it, I'm gonna have a really good idea of how long it would take to make it. And you can see like a house of pumpkins. But everywhere you go, it's like pumpkin photo ops. Everything's pumpkin photo ops. And you see there's pumpkins everywhere, there's hay everywhere, there's corn stalks everywhere. All these fiberglass pumpkins. Look, and here's a photo op, see that? They're sitting on a bike. And you got half of a truck here. Best pick in the patch. Okay, so this is me, Larry. I'm here in Chicago. That's where this is at. It's kind of close to downtown. And we're gonna walk through this thing and we're gonna see what is up with Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up Bar. And you can see everything is a photo op. What does it say? Exit this way. Now we're not gonna exit, but you can see all the way out the exit, it's lights. You can see they selling pumpkins. Look at this, Chicago. Now, you know, obviously if I did one in St. Louis as an example, you'd probably get that, this say St. Louis. And see, look at this. This seat for this moped is pretty worn out because people sit on it and they take photos. You take photos everywhere you go. This is literally in the middle of kind of an urban area. And you got a pumpkin barn. And again, see, you sit there in the seat and you take photos. Now I'm gonna be honest, okay? When you look at kind of what 13th Floor has done at some of their venues, this is very similar, very similar. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think this is something that would be that difficult to replicate in a city near you. But I can say, from the small amount of time that I've been in here so far, they've spent a lot of money. Now look over here, you got Jack's Mining Company. And so you've got kids here, they're mining, I guess, you know, for gold. And then I don't know what's going on here. Oh, they got a ride. Check this out. Pig races. And one of the advantages they have here is they have all these trees, so they're able to really decorate them. But see, everything's a photo op. Look at that. You sit in the chair, you take a photo. They're in a big, giant electric chair. You see that? And then here, right here, you have a big cauldron. And then what do you have over here? You have drinks. More giant pumpkins. And that right there is a hayride wagon that you can get up on, and then you have the pumpkins in front. It's a great photo op. And then over here, look at what we got over here. We've got a rodeo. Look at that. Inflatable rodeo. And then right here, they have some props from Scare Factory. And then right here, this is axe throwing, and you pay an extra fee and you can do axe throwing. And then what's this? Oh, okay. Caricatures. The guy's over there drawing. And then look at this. This is very nice right here. It's a fortune teller space, and it's done very well. And then let's see if you can walk through this. Oh no, somebody's actually in there doing a fortune. You can see that right in there. So there are things in here that cost extra fee. Number 1, fortune teller. Number 2, axe throwing. Number 3, the rodeo, the alcohol. All the photo ops is all included. Now that's a really cool sign right there. I really like that. Find me in the maze. Now look at this. They've got spooky houses. Look, this is done very well. You got Freddy hanging out the door. It's a photo op. Playland toys. Look, you get in the door. Look, see the girl over there, right there, and she's inside the box, so you can take photos. And then we've got a movie theater, and you can see Screams there, marquee. And then over here we have Michael Myers, and that's kind of a replica, not a great one, but a replica of his house. And then we have Friday the 13th, right there, Camp Crystal Lake. And as you're starting to see, everything is like a vignette where you can go and you can take photos. We got a mummy laying over here. And then what do we got right here? We got Beetlejuice, and see that? You can lay in there. And they got the sign. And what really makes it is all the orange lights behind the tree. We're just gonna watch these people. And they're in the Beetlejuice house. See that? And everywhere you turn, there's big props. Now, a lot of these fiberglass props you can just simply buy. But I will say they've obviously had a lot of custom things made. There's another photo op where you get on a carriage ride. And that's just vacuum form back there. Vacuum form coffins. So I'm starting to kind of get a big picture of what it would take to do this. Now here, that's just vacuum form. They have a corn maze here. Oops, excuse me. And look at that, there's another bar. I can say honestly, look at that. She's posing over there with a ghost. See the ghost over there? A lot of this, and let's go in this corn maze. This corn maze would be very easy to make, by the way. You just buy a lot of corn. It's pretty simple. My guess is based on what I've seen, depending on how much of this is pre-built. Look at that. Those are Night Scream pumpkin panels there. You could tell these people have been to Transworld, right? You could tell they've been to Transworld. And those are, I think, skeletons from probably Scare Factory. But you could tell they've been to Transworld. But there's companies that you can buy all of the vacuum form from. You can buy all the props, the animations that they have. More photo ops. Looks like I'm lost in the corn maze here. Let's see if I can find my way out. The corn's up pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. Yeah, that's a dead end of corn, but you can still go through it. And I am literally lost in the corn maze. To set this corn maze up probably would have taken a couple days, 2-3 days. But I'm thinking to set this whole thing up, maybe I'm just gonna sneak out. Did you see that sign? That sign said, you know, it's a security door. Alarm will sound. No alarm sounded. 90% of the time, those are completely, you know, not telling the truth. And you can see they're selling vodka, $10, beer, $10, Captain Morgan Fireballs, $7, a bucket, $48, Oktoberfest bucket, $52. And you can see they also have soda. Now let's go back around here. Now I came all the way to Chicago, folks, just to see this place. Now I do really like this sign right here. It looks really nice. You can see they got lights up there, but they're not currently on. My guess is it would take about, probably take about a month to set this up. This is pretty elaborate. That clearly they have spent a lot of money on props. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. There's a lot of different places to go. Lots of different photo ops. As you can see, a lot of these props are fiberglass props that come from the Philippines. They're not hard to get. You can see a skeleton right there, probably from Scare Factory. And now we're back to all of the fiberglass pumpkins. And now you have like a whole nother section right here. And look at this. And so what we have here, step right up. Look, you can become the fortune teller in the box. And then you look at all the carnival games. You throw the plates, you shoot the baskets, pop the balloons. A shooting gallery. Look, you got a BB gun or something. You got to shoot the. Then they have down a clown, whatever. Okay, throw and knock stuff over. Beat the bar. I don't know what that is. And I'm guessing these are just more photo ops here. And you know what this is probably right here? This would be a private tent that you could rent, probably for corporate events. Happy Halloween. That sign's really cool looking. And look, they've got a nice little section over here for restrooms and washing your hands. I think we've already walked this way. Yes, we did. So we're gonna go this way. And then you'll see multiple sections where you could buy alcohol. Clearly they're buying a lot of hay. The whole floor is hay. And it gives it that fall smell. And I think it's really important that is the case. Lots of signs. We definitely didn't come over here. Look, you got a tractor. That makes sense for theming. Hopefully it runs. They could just drive it in. Jack's Pumpkin pop-up. Look at this. It's very nice. Look, a swing, lights, and you get in there. Whoops. And a fortune teller. That's a second fortune teller, by the way. And then what do we got here? Another photo op, kind of like a spider web. Then they got these Seymour props. Check that out. A deadly roulette wheel. Again, another. And they got carpet over, I guess, so you don't slip and fall. Look at this one. Till death do us part. That is freaking cool as hell. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. This one's really cool. Till death do us part. Nice. And what do we got here? Pick your poison, Jack's Cocktails. It's a nice little setup here. Again, another photo op. And you have a Ouija board over here with these ghosts. And you can see a girl over there. She's posing. Pumpkins everywhere. Look at these light up coffins. Those are really cool. Very Beetlejuice-like. See the floors all lit up. Caught in your web. Looks more like a beehive. Honeycombs. And these trees, you can just buy them. All this fiberglass stuff. And then of course you have a mixture of real pumpkins as well as part of the theming. There's a saddle you can sit on for a photo. Best fall ever. And you know, the theming looks great when you bring in a real truck. And now I would have to say, if I was building one of these myself, that is one of the things I would really focus on is bringing in a lot of real props. And that's a map of Illinois, and I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. And look at this, people just sitting around, hanging out with their loved ones, hanging out with their friends, getting their fortunes told, walking through the pumpkin patch, taking lots and lots of photos. Look, you have kids over there on tractors. And I like this too. They have, on every one of these gates, they put a sign on it. They have the farmer's market over there. Hay everywhere. And let's see how many bars they have, if I can actually count all of these. So there's like one, big one. And I'm almost positive that would be like a VIP bar or a VIP tent where you could rent it. I'm like about 1,000% I'm right about that. And then over here you have a second bar. Bar. You have games. Now that is really a cool sign up there. This and then there's another bar, so that's 3 minimum. We've counted 3. And look at these sawhorses. Oh, just big enough for you to put your drinks on and hang out. Look at that girl in the fortune teller booth. Look at that, he just broke some plates. Let's see if she can do it. Almost. Let's see if she breaks the plate. No, she missed. Okay. Now we're just kind of coming in. It says bar this way. And we're coming in from this angle. Now I want to be clear about something. It costs $30 to get in. And it includes the corn maze. And I think that's, and it, of course, you know, entrance to all the photo ops, all the spooky stuff. Everything's included, minus the games, minus the drinks. So how much do you think people spend per person to walk around through here? My guess is probably going to be over $100 a person. More than likely. But this is just a cool place to come, hang out. There's no actors. Does anyone notice there's no actors? So the labor to run this is all geared towards one thing, selling something. Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up Bar. Let's get lost together. This is the corn maze right here. This is where you go in the corn maze. And by the way, I like the sign, looks really cool. And we're gonna take one more look at these photo ops. So listen to what I'm saying here. There's no actors. every one of these people are paying $30 to get in, and every employee that's here is selling you something. So every employee is generating revenue. Pretty amazing when you think about it. See, more photo ops, hanging out. So you would pay to ride this rodeo bull right there. You see, she's getting up there. Let's watch her get tossed off. She's not gonna make it. Here she goes. There's no way she stays on there. Oh, he's taking it easy on her. She said, I'm done, I'm done. There she goes, she's gonna fall. There she goes. Down she went. Just as predicted. And then here's another bar. All the photo ops. And that's pretty cool. And then look, they've even brought in whole entire hay bales. It's all part of the theming. And look at this. I don't know if they bought that and own it. But again, that's another thing right there that you pay to do. Jack's Mining Company, I'm guessing you pay to mine. Well, that's Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up. The United States' biggest pumpkin pop-up bar experience. I came all the way to Chicago to film this for all of you. Hopefully you appreciate it. Hopefully you like the video. You get a whole different perspective when you watch my videos. Look at that. Fall in love. And by the way, do you get the pun fall? Like October, fall? Best pick in the patch. We've already seen all this. We're just taking another stroll through here. And I'm going to give you my assessment, my final assessment of this. I'm going to give it to you right now. Not super cheap to do. Not super cheap. I think it would take probably a month to set it up. And that's not including already having all the sets built. So that's just bringing them in, setting them up. My guess is it would probably take about a month to set it up. You probably would need about 15 to 20 people. And let's walk over and see the ticket booth, because we didn't film that. We're gonna film it right now. There you go, Jack's Pumpkin Bar. And look at their queue line over here. Again, see how they printed this for every one of these rails? I really like that because it keeps it really nice and themed. Very nice and themed. And you kind of see the prices over here. And see the add-ons right there. Carnival game ticket, alcohol, apple cider, bull rides $5, pig race is $5, axe throwing's 15, one traditional orange pumpkin is 7, a jumbo pumpkin is 9, one bucket of 6 mix beer, $42. You kind of get the idea right there. A carnival game ticket is $20. That makes it $48 to come inside. So I guess you get like a slight discount for buying that. Is this something I think everybody should try and build? Sure. If you've got the space, I can think of a lot of places to install something like this. And I can think of a lot of ways to do it a little easier, cheaper, faster. But this is a great location, considering of all the trees and the way that they were able to decorate them. And I wanted to say one more time is when you see a lot of the natural sets, the trucks, the tractors, things of that nature, yeah, that's really cool. Easy to find, easy to get, just time consuming. You're gonna have a place to build all these little vignettes. And then the other problem is you have to have a place to store them all. I'm assuming it would take a minute to take this down as well. How much money? This thing is open every single day. I don't know how much this thing is grossing. I have to sit down and try to figure that out. But I'm guessing multiple millions of dollars. Multiple millions. You can't do something this cool for less than that. And I would say that they've done this like very well. They've obviously hired some sort of set designer. I'm sure they map it all out in CAD, do a blueprint, showing you exactly where everything's gonna go. They probably have drawings of everything. And they probably hire some scenic people locally to build it all out. They might have multiple people, and then they literally come in and set their own sets up. Who knows? But if I had to take just a wild guess on the revenue that this generates, it would definitely have to be somewhere between 5 and 10 million. How much would it cost to make one of these? That's a good question. I would think you could get it done for $1 million. That would be with labor and everything else. I absolutely believe that I could get it done for $1 million, maybe less. And you'll see over here they have another Scare Factory prop that somehow I missed. They don't have any animated ones, but they have static ones.
How y'all doing, man?
Huh. All right, there's my video of Jack's Pumpkin Bar. Hopefully you liked my commentary. It's done very well, okay? It's done first class, for sure. Do I think I could do this? Yes, I think I could do it. Would it be that hard? No. But you would need a lot of money, and you would need a big crew. Because you're not gonna get this whole thing is pop-up. That means exactly what it says, pop-up. One day it's not here, the next day it is. Now I would be shocked to learn that this is just left up year-round, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This literally could be one of those deals where it's not a pop-up. It's built to stay, and just the props are put away. I don't know that. But if it's a total pop-up, yeah, you would need a lot of people to set it up, and you would need to know exactly what you're doing. Now, one of the things I want to say too is, you notice how the concourses are very, very wide, because this is built for a lot of people. And I don't know how many acres this is sitting on, but my guess would be 5. I could be wrong. But this is definitely doable. This is definitely something people in the haunted house industry could do if they wanted to. Now, you could also do a scaled down version as well. You have to remember something. Chicago is a big city. Los Angeles is a big city. Okay? St. Louis, where I'm from, is not as big. But then again, not as many things to do. So that might offset it just a tad. But I would suspect that being in Chicago, a city of, 5 million people, yeah, this thing is probably doing somewhere between $5 and $10 million. How much do I think something like this would do in Cleveland or St. Louis? Probably $3 or $4 million. I think it would make a lot more money than a haunted house. That's what I think. It would do better than a haunted house. And the labor. Look at that. Every single person that works here is trying to take your money for something. Okay? There's nothing better than that. And guess what? It costs as much to get in this as basically it costs to get in a haunted house. So you got to remember that. And by the way, we went through this pumpkin patch / corn maze. Did I come through here? Maybe not. Look at that. Some people are in costume. I think this is an area I did not come to. It's hard to say if these are 100% left here or just set up. Because you can see, one of the things that tells you it's pop-up is see how the platforms are? These platforms are built and literally taken apart and then put together to make the platform for people to stand on. So 100%, that's modular for sure. Hard to say, hard to say. I would love to know, to be honest with you, if the majority of this is just left up waiting for the following year. My guess is it's probably taken down, but I could be wrong. If somebody knows, write a comment down below, because clearly pop-up means not here one day, put up the next day, and taken away the last day, right? Pop up. It wasn't there, now it's here. What are some of the things that you think that you could add to an experience like this? I'd love to hear your comments below. And let me know what you think of Jack's pop-up bar here in Chicago. I wanted to come here and I'm trying to get an idea of if this is something I'd like to pursue to do. I think maybe. There's a lot to figure out. For example, the liquor license, and one of the things I did notice, they don't sell food. They don't sell any food. And not that I saw. I didn't see any food of any kind. All right. Well, from Jack's Pop-Up Bar, we have other places that we want to get to tonight. So we are going to take off. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next video. And hopefully you like and subscribe, because I'm going to the ends of the earth to bring you educational information, especially about Halloween attractions. And this one's a really good one. I love the windmill over there. All right. Thanks for watching, and we will see you very soon. In 2025, the best fall ever. Why not?